Okay, 3.3 special program. I think this might be the most anxious I've ever been for a special program, because we're getting that card game, and because I so desperately want it to be good. I really hope it's good, and I'm also really worried that it's not going to be good. So, let's see what we've got.
Hey, Traveler, what a surprise! I didn't
Ito?
expect to see you here. I bet you didn't waste any time as soon as you heard that
Why's Ito
Inazuma
here?
was organizing a Test of Courage event, right? Huh?
Test
I
of
know
Courage
you.
event.
Oh, what
like
am
some
I
kind of
doing?
tournament?
Well, obviously I'm here scouting out the place. I've been investigating the area and I've already figured out all the plans for the event. Of course, I can tell you all the details. We're practically family. I'm Max Middleman, and this is the Genshin Impact version 3.3 special program. Let's roll the version 3.3 trailer.
Okay.
A friendly word of advice.
Whose point of view is that?
Test of Courage events tend to give rise to a variety of strange rumors and stories.
Got
So
some weird
please,
camera
be sure
angles.
to exercise caution.
Mito trying to jump scare
How
people.
was that? Were you scared? Who goes there?
So, is there really a ghost around here?
What is this, supposed to be a Halloween event? Like,
I have a feeling that
a
it's
month
staring
too late?
right at us. Are you talking to me?
actually have some kind of ghost lady? Oh, Dottore.
Chester, I have completed the task you gave me.
From this day forth, Balladeer and Kabukimono will cease to exist.
What the heck is that?
Did you really think you would be able to see through my plan?
Dottore.
Yeah, we also have the Scaramouche thing.
Dottore!
Somehow he becomes a playable character.
In that case, I'll take some time for myself now.
And we're just calling him the Wanderer, apparently.
Squall and Fury!
And what the heck is... What are these moves? He's just flying around?
There's
This
enough
lady.
of me.
Feruzan. There's a bow.
Too late for regret. Have fun with this gift.
Is she also anima?
Scaramouche, the mere fact of your utility does not make you indestructible.
Does Scaramouche and the Doctor having some kind of falling out?
Hey everyone, and welcome to the Genshin Impact
Oh, we have
version
Lumine instead of
3.3
Aether.
special program.
And I'm Patrick Pedraza, voice of the Wanderer. But up until now, travelers have only known me as Scaramouche, and everyone's been battling.
Yes, everyone
me
still knows you
again.
as Scaramouche.
Yeah, that's
I don't think
true,
anyone's
but
calling you the
to be
Wanderer.
fair, it's a really cool fight.
What did you all think about that trailer?
Okay, so I definitely
Makes me think
saw
they
the
were
info
a
in
month
there,
too
and
late
I am
giving us a Halloween
really
event.
excited to find out more about it.
Let's have a look at the Wanderer in combat.
Okay.
There's no need to exchange pleasantries. It's rather pathetic to force a conversation just to occupy silence. The wind rises.
Like, he just flies while attacking.
Bow your head.
Dude, he's probably great for killing specters. What?
Alright, Patrick, you're up.
Seriously?
Help introduce the Wanderer for us.
So he uses wind blades to perform ranged normal attacks.
Wait a second, wind blades?
Not the same as the Traveler's
Windblade.
Windblade, though.
Okay.
So, as everyone probably
like,
already
oh yeah, you
noticed,
know your
the
skill?
Wanderer
He does
can
that on
hover
every
in the
normal
air
attack.
when he casts his elemental skill, effectively. The damage they deal and their AoE will be increased.
He just
Their
floats up to
damage
it.
will be considered normal and charge attack damage. So travelers should note that if the Wanderer is in a hovering state when he unleashes his burst, then the hovering state will end and he will begin descending after the burst
You can
is
just step
completed.
on his enemies.
Okay, this stomping animation is a little aggressive.
Yeah, but it's cool.
What did you say? Oh, I'm old now, so every other phrase escapes my ears. Try calling me Madam Farozan. Then I'll see if I can pick that up.
Interesting. Is that an idle animation?
What is it that you would like to learn more about? Different forms of pressure-based puzzle mechanisms? The base layer design of elemental monuments? Huh. Wait. Did you forget to call me Madam Farozan just now when you asked your question?
It's not the personality I was expecting from her.
What? There's nothing wrong with being afraid of thunder, even at an older age.
Oh, she sounds sassy.
And smart too.
She seems so
Farozan looks
awesome.
really nice. I like her design. Unfortunately, she is
I know her
a bow
design
character.
is so cool and really
And I think a
detailed.
4-star
I
as
love
well.
it.
She feels like Sucrose with a bow, and her burst moves around.
Even when the whirlwind pulse hits opponents, it will decrease their animo resistance. It will also apply an animo damage buff effect to all nearby party members when it's unleashed. Travelers should note that the effective range of this buff is quite large.
Okay, so
and
she's
it's not just within the whirlwind pulse itself.
Seems like an animo
so
buffer.
There's no need to go chasing the polyhedron.
I'm sure no other mentor in Haravatat has 100 years of experience in solving puzzles.
Yeah, I gotta say, that's pretty hard to beat. So,
Hey, she has
the big
100
question
years
is, when
experience
can travelers
solving a
expect to
puzzle.
Get these new
The Wanderer and Arataki
There's an
Ito
Ito
will be
banner.
available via their own event wishes. Faruzan will also be making her debut in these event wishes. In the later part of version 3.3, we'll be
Raiden
seeing
and Ayato,
rerun event
okay.
wishes for both the Raiden Shogun and Kamisato Ayato. And last
Bunch of
but not
Inazuma
least,
reruns.
the new 5-star catalyst, Tule Tula's Remembrance, will be appearing in a new weapon event wish.
And that's not all. In version 3.3,
It's like a
two
bell.
brand new artifact series will become available. So travelers should be sure to check out the corresponding domain.
there's new
Woo,
artifact
more
domain?
artifacts.
All right.
I hope travelers will have fun experimenting and trying
I'll
new
look at those later.
combinations with these.
So next, we'll be covering the upcoming events for the new version.
That's right. We've already mentioned the Test of Courage
Is that an
event,
umbrella
and I'm
sword?
sure
What is that?
You were wondering about that, so let's start there.
Aha! You must be here to participate in the test of courage.
I'm here to get an umbrella sword.
I see a dark aura surrounding the two of you. If you carelessly go running into the event, all it'll take is one little misstep, and the darkness will swallow you up. Some strange.
It seriously
unusual
feels like a
things
Halloween
may occur
event
along the way.
that is 1 month too late.
If you ever feel you can't handle it, you may withdraw from the event at any time. This is your last chance.
Do you have a
I'll
flower
count
for
it
an eye?
down. 3, 2, 1.
So I'll do a quick introduction. Basically, travelers will
Ice
have
in
to
the
control
miso?
a bouncing bar to bounce a ball and use skill ball effects to break as many bricks as possible.
Okay, I'm liking this
Okay.
one. Seems pretty straightforward.
So next up, we have a race event called Across the Wilderness. Your objective, collecting
Race
balloons.
event?
Woo! Everyone's favorite game of hide and seek is back with the Wind Trace event.
Oh,
and
great.
of course, this is going to be another co-op event, and I for one am super excited for it.
There's nothing like a good co-op. Many of you might already be familiar with this event by now, but there have been a few changes. Let me introduce what
Like what?
travelers can expect to see this time around. We can probably skip some of the basics this time. You know, players either hide or seek. And then...
Okay, wait a second. There actually might be some new travelers out there who've never seen this
Oh my
event before.
gosh.
So why don't you start with some of the basics?
Just skip to the new stuff.
Right, good point. Okay, let's start at the beginning then. This is a game with a long history in Mondstadt. Travelers
It's
will
prop
be
hunt.
split
There you
into
go.
two
Explained for
different
new
sides.
players.
In a forbidden place warded by dust and sand.
Misty Dungeon.
Mysterious foes
Okay,
have
bringing back
assembled
Misty
lines of
Dungeon.
fortifications to stop your coming.
Still waiting for
That's
Labyrinth
right,
Warriors
a new
rerun.
edition of Misty Dungeon will arrive in version 3.3.
Version 3.3 will also have leyline overflow events. Travelers
Okay,
can
ley
look
line
forward
overflow,
to saving
whatever.
their resin and earning
When are we
more
talking about
more
the card game?
experience books. In addition to the new version's limited time
Here
events,
we go.
Version 3.3 will also be adding a new permanent game mode called
Finally.
Genius Invocation TCG.
This is what I'm waiting for.
But before we get into that, let's take another quick break and
Of
enjoy our
course.
redemption code. Yay!
Slap that code on the screen.
Fast forward. Alright,
Welcome back, everyone.
tell me about the
During
card
our journey
game.
into that, we've stumbled across several NPCs talking about a game called Genius Invocation TCG. So next, We'll introduce this card game that's been taking Teyvat by storm. It is said that a young guy in Sumeru found an ancient casket of tomes in the attic.
Okay.
He opened it and discovered that the soul of an ancient TCG player called the Crocodile King had
What?
been captured inside.
What is
a
this
name.
lore?
It turns out that the Crocodile King was King Deshret's viceroy, who battled an opponent named the Ibis King. During the match, the Crocodile King fell prey to his opponent's scheme and was sealed away in the casket of tomes.
He was sent to the Shadow Realm?
Ouch, game over.
That
After
sucks.
being unexpectedly released by the kid, the Crocodile King possesses him and helps him to gradually climb the ranks to becoming a legendary TCG player.
Nice. Hang on, is it just me, or does that kind of sound like the plot to a light novel or something?
You're right.
Sounds kind of like
Turns
Yu-Gi-Oh!
out that Yai Publishing House is about to release a hit light novel series based on Genius Invocation TCG.
So while you were telling us about the story, I was over here researching the rules to the game. Basically, Genius Invocation TCG is a game where you use a constructed deck of cards to duel against an opponent. The objective is to defeat all of your opponent's character cards.
That's right.
Also, there are many features and mechanics in the game that resonate with Genshin Impact's gameplay.
It's got some
So
nice
it shouldn't
animations
be
for
too
this.
hard for players to get the hang of.
Right, I even saw some elemental reactions in the gameplay.
Yup, a constructed deck must contain character cards. And as you might expect, these character cards have a normal attack, an
They're
elemental
all
skill,
characters
and
are
an elemental
animated?
burst. So when a character card
Actually, the
deals
opponent's cards
elemental
aren't
damage
animated,
to an
but your
enemy,
cards are.
it will cause them to be affected by that element.
At least in this shot.
Then you can switch to a character card of a different element and use their abilities to trigger an elemental reaction. So in Genius Invocation TCG, all actions require you to spend elemental dice. Each round,
like
both
dice
you
to
and your
reroll.
opponent will roll 8 elemental dice. Each of these elemental dice can have any one of 8 elemental attributes.
Hold on, but there's only 7 elements in the world of Teyvat.
You're right. So in addition to the 7 standard elements, there's also one called the Omni element.
It's like a wild
Elemental
element.
dice required for a character card to perform an action correspond to the character's element.
While playing Genius Invocation TCG, travelers can earn player experience, which will increase your player level. As your level increases,
Okay.
you'll be able to challenge more characters and NPCs. By completing challenges, you may earn lucky coins, new cards, or
Ooh.
other rewards. Lucky coins can be exchanged in the event shop for cards, or can even unlock dynamic skins for certain cards.
Dynamic skins?
Are those the
cards
animated
that have moving
ones?
illustrations, right?
Yeah.
That's right. All character cards can unlock a dynamic skin. After unlocking that, there'll even be a cool bonus animation whenever you cast that character's elemental burst.
That's cool.
Okay, that's everything we have for
Good, good.
Genius Invocation TCG, and that brings us to the end of today's
Okay, so
special
the way the game
program.
works is
So,
kind of hard
what
to
did you
understand
think?
by just
Why
watching.
does it have to be over?
I know, what about Scaramouche hovering? Like, that's insane.
I know, that's awesome.
That's super dope.
That's awesome. And
That is
I
pretty
cannot
ridiculous.
Wait to play
I feel like that's gonna be
these
setting,
events
like,
and
a new
minigames.
standard
I'm super excited.
Cool things that new
This
characters
is
need to
so
do.
fun.
Okay, so first off, Scaramouche looks pretty crazy just because he can fly around like that. That's like a whole new mechanic in the game. Like, he just looks really cool to play, and it almost makes me want to summon for him. But unfortunately, still not interested. Because I don't really care that much about Scaramouche. Also, I just noticed while watching this, when he uses his skill to start flying, his hat disappears. And it comes back as soon as he drops down. Right there. That's interesting. And Farrah's on here, just really not interested in at all. I really like her design, but unfortunately she's a bow character. So, yeah. Just don't like bow characters. Oh yes, these artifacts. So what do we have here? So we have a 2-piece Animo damage set. When charge attacks hit opponents, the equipping character's normal attack speed will increase by 10%, while normal charge and plunging attack damage will increase by 40% for 15 seconds. So we have a new Animo set that's an actual offensive Animo set, and not like the Viridescent resistant shredding set. So that's pretty cool. Increases normal attack speed. So that's kind of big because attack speed increases are very rare. while also increasing normal charge and plunging. It seems like a very good set. And we have Flower of Paradise Lost, 2 pieces EM, 80, 4 piece. Equipping characters Bloom, Hyper Bloom, and Burgeon reaction damage are increased by 40%. Additionally, after the equipping character triggers Bloom, Hyper Bloom, or Burgeon, they will gain another 25% bonus to the effect mentioned prior. Each stat of this stack lasts 10 seconds, max of 4 stacks. So it can go to 100% bonus. So that's for the damage increase by 40%, right? So you can increase that to 80%. This effect can only be triggered once per second. The character who equips this can still trigger its effect when not on the field. Okay, so that's interesting. We already have a set like this that gives 80 elemental mastery, and then the 4 piece is all about doing dendro reactions. I don't remember exactly how. I think it just gives you a bunch of extra EM. So this might be better. I don't really know. But I'm guessing being able to have an 80% extra bonus to your Bloom, Hyper Bloom is probably better than just having the extra EM from the other set that's similar to this. So these are some good new artifact sets. I like these. And I look forward to getting an Umbrella Sword. It looks like that's what this is. Honestly, for once, I wasn't disappointed by the events. I'm not, like, particularly impressed, but I'm not going into this being like, oh great, just another bunch of, like, boring crap events that I don't care about. These ones actually look pretty decent. So, that's nice. And then we have the card game. Now, couldn't really get a grasp of the rules and how it's played just from watching this and kind of half paying attention to what the Scaramouche voice actor was saying. Probably just gonna have to wait for the game to come out and play it for myself so I can see how it works and all that. And I cannot wait for it to finally be added. I've been looking forward to this. This is probably like the most exciting thing they've added to the game since the teapot. So that's everything for the 3.3 special program. Really looking forward to this update. Can't wait for it to come out. So, until next time, I will